Okay, in this exercise we are going to look at the installation of a stair. So one of the things we'll take a look at real quickly is the 3 pages that the stair is being referenced. So A4.5, 4.6, and 4.7 have the 3 stairs that are relevant for the as-built build. The area that we're going to focus on, of course, is this little area in the top right, or in the northwest corner, where we basically go from the lower level to the main level, and then from the main level to the second level. And this is where the elevator is also located. So you got the plans here that you guys have been referencing for putting in the elevators. So now we're going to kind of focus on the stairs. So we'll kind of zoom in. A couple things to kind of note is that it's wood stair. We also have a center wall that is located in these stairs, and then there is landings that are made out of they're going to be wood joist. So from here we know that it looks like we have 10 risers, and then another 10 risers going up for the floor. So we're going to use that as a reference, and then there is only a guardrail condition that we are going to add. So here are the kind of basic elements. So let's go to the Revit model. You can see here I've kind of built the center wall. I have my landings. I've got my top landing at 6 feet. I've got my main level landing at 5 feet 2.5 inches. You also see that I've kind of located the lower level stair, so there again I have the wood stair built and then just the guardrail. Now I put them on both sides, even though their drawing actually only shows it on one, but I've got them shown for code reasons on both sides. So let's look at putting this stair in. So if we go here to the as-built first floor, you can see the landing and of course the stair that's going down to the lower level. So if we go up here to architecture and you see stair, we're going to pick I'm going to click on stair by sketch. So here I've kind of picked we're going to go up to the second level, so we're going to click here and you can kind of see my risers. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put this in. So we have an asymmetrical condition, but the reason why I put the 21 risers, just because I have some settings where this is going to start at the bottom, go up, but there is 21 riser conditions. So let me accept that. So you'll get it kind of highlighted. Talks about handrails not being contiguous and so forth. We'll be fixing those items. So I'm just going to click that off, and I'm going to take a look at the section. You can see here, got a nice stair kind of placed in, because if we are coming over, the first landing is actually, we're not starting with a riser, we're actually starting with a landing coming up here. So the reality is, even though it says it's 21, I actually only have my 10 risers, and then again my 10 risers going to the edge of the upper landing. So you can see how that kind of sets in there very nicely. Since I built this before, these configurations are probably in there. What you'll end up probably having is a bunch of guardrail conditions in here, so we'll need to kind of go in there and we'll make some modifications to the rectangular guardrail, and we will also make some modifications to the right stairs. So the first thing I want to get the stair put into place is I'm going to go back here to my as-built plan. I'm going to get on my stair here. I'm going to highlight it. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to start to pull it out here out to the grid line. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, pull it to the grid line. I'm going to pull the outside face here to the inside face of the wall. Then the inside, I'm going to pull up against the wall, since these are framed into the wall. And I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to do this one. So once I get those kind of arranged, now I should be a little better for my location of items. And you can see this is showing going up, and then you still see the stair going down. If I go to my as-built on the second level, you can see it's just showing it come down. I'm going to pull that down arrow onto the landing. So therefore you can see that, and then we have that wall condition is coming across. So again, check the plan. And then the best way is to make sure you have that section drawing so you can start to see how the stair is working between floor to floor. So there again, you see the stair floor to floor, here floor to floor. So one of the things is when you come over here, you'll get the stair. A couple things that are configured here that I just want to take you through real quickly. Right now I have all my tread materials are all softwood lumber. So that's all typically a pine. I've made sure my tread thicknesses are 1.5 inches, which is typical thickness of 2x members, and then we have the nosing length sticking out 1 inch. We've got symbols. I've got a monolithic stair, so there again, as it reads here and carries off into the landing. So make sure you click that. The other things end with a riser. That's what, and then I didn't begin with a riser, so that's where that was clicked off. That's why this condition here shows it with a tread, starting with a tread, and then of course ending with a riser when you get to the top. I can't show you that when the window's open. Trim stringer at top. I say do not trim as you go through. So these are some of the settings I have in here for my stairs, and so that makes things work a lot easier. There again, my minimum riser, 7 inches. This, so it'll start to do calculations, and so it works this out. As you can see here, I say OK. So here it's shown my 20 number of risers desired and the number I have in place, and my tread heights are all 7 inches, so everything looks good from here. Now the guardrail, there again, you click on that and you're going to get, one of the things I've been doing is I've been offsetting my by 2 inches. I'll apply that. You see there. Let's click here, and I'm going to 2 inches. You'll see that. So I've got 2 different guardrail things going on here. So let's go in here and edit type. So I've got a handrail 1, circular, tarp rail. So I don't need a top rail. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that one. We apply, and you'll see now. So now I just have the 1 guardrail. I don't have 2 guardrail or 2 rail situations in there. Let's look at this one. None circular, good. Good. So some of the things that if you come in here and you see a bunch of balusters or the guardrail conditions, you can go up in here, and what I've done is if you edit, now I've turned my regular baluster to none. So if I actually had one in there and I applied, you'll start to see these all start to get put into place. And then course there's post and everything associated with it. Now these are only showing them 4 inches high, so but I don't want anything in there, so I'm going to say none. That'll get rid of those. And then of course down here, make sure you're looking down here because there's also start post, corner post, a bunch of things, so you want to make sure all of these are turned off also. If you go over here in place, that was placements, and then here I've eliminated, but you'll probably, if you have yours is set up differently or a different stair that you've used, you'll have a bunch of items in here, and you just click on those and say delete until they're empty, and then you won't have any guardrail conditions in here that you need to worry about. And there again, I think the main thing is we've got a guardrail that is 3 feet tall, and then we have the semicircular one, or circular 1.5 inches here. So I say OK. So now I've got a stair that is now working for me. So in this particular case, I want to adjust my wall so that it also matches the section. This is just a fine detail, but there again, you can start working this way up. Some of the other things too is if you're doing a stair and you're going up through multiple levels, so you'll have that in the stair that's the second stair that goes all levels. You can actually come over here and you click on a stair and it'll talk about multi-story. Now I'm not doing multi-story, but you could do multi-story. So if you wanted to say up to top parapet, or you're going between floors, this is probably more relevant in the stair that's in the that will go from the main level up to 3rd level, where the that kind of big open 2-story space is, because there is an intermediate landing, and so this will help you solve that that issue. So anyway, just make sure you take a look at this multi-story if you are trying to make your stair go up multiple levels within the shaft. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this wall. There again, I want to make sure that, and this has, I'm just grabbing that corner. And there again, just kind of using it to run parallel. So now I've made this wall angle down, similar to what they have in the drawings, and so I have to do a little bit of work on this. So that I can make sure that these are lining up. And we're going to add that line in here, because we know as it comes to the top, it should be tapering in. And I'm going to do a quick look. And here, it's showing the kind of wood finish, even though we can come in, change and add carpet to the surface, similar to what you're seeing here. And of course, I think they give you this automatically red carpet experience. So anyway, but that should start to show you how the stairs are working for you. And we'll talk about this more in class if you're having problems with this particular one. But that is how to kind of start to build the stairs that you can now use to finish your model. Also want to make a quick note, if for the Windows display, you probably noticed that the dimensions I had put in originally were 18. If you actually looked at the drawings, it should be a 17 feet from that center line of this window to this window. So I just wanted to add this to the end of this video.